Well, Royce, welcome to the program. Oh, it looks like your wig arrived.
Yeah, it did come in the mail. I didn't realize uh, when you become trans, they give you like a 19.99 coupon from Transgender University of America. You get one wig, and you get a bone color Stanley Cup here. Is I think they say natural. We used to call it bone color in the male derivation, but it's an off white Stanley, and that's your starter kit for the trans life.
I'm often called off-white. So I do want to ask, like, how has your journey been so far? How has your reception been announcing for the WNBA draft? We just went through the rules of the WNBA. There is no rules that exclude you from joining the WNBA right now. And in fact, many players say that they want transgender individuals to be playing on their team or against them. They welcome it. The coaches are saying that. The league has stated that. And so we expect you to be welcomed with open arms. Is that going to happen?
We would hope so. We would hope they live up to their values and their principles in the WNBA community. The pushback has been unprecedented for me. The hate. I mean, I've never received so much hate. As a black man, I thought I was the victim of oppression. But being the first, prospectively, one of the first black, sometimes identifying as a transgender lesbian, the hate is unreal.
I thought that this would be an accepting community, and this is all I've ever heard is that I need to accept these people and who and what they identify as. And it can change. There's no rules. It can just kind of change at all times. And so it seems like you're playing by those rules, yet you're being attacked for it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's some really vicious stuff. You should commit suicide. You're a piece of crap. Your mother should be ashamed of you. I had one person tell me they were going to find me and pistol whip me until I piss on myself. I was just thinking, wow, unreal, the amount of hate that's out there for trans. I never understood it. All this time I've been a conservative pundit, and I talked about this issue. I never really understood just how much hate there is for trans people. It's just a shock to me that mostly it's coming from the left. And you can tell because I go to their social media profiles, try and get a feel for who I'm talking to. And, they got all their party line Democrat content on their posts. And, they're Kamala Harris supporters, or they had the trans flag and whatnot. And it's been a real shock. It's been very eye-opening. I'm very empathetic now for what all my fellow trans Americans and trans people all over the world must deal with on a daily basis.
So how high do you think you're going to go in the draft into the WNBA?
I should be number one. There's not even a doubt. In fact, I got to correct you. I was first in the trans community and in the entire marginalized community here in America. Being first is very important. I was actually first to say that I was going to go pursue a WNBA career last week. I think Enos may be the first to officially declare for the draft, but maybe I gave him the idea.
Mm-hmm. So what do you plan on doing in the WNBA? Are you going to break records? How do you think you're going to be welcomed? Do you think that some of these women are going to gang up on you? We've been seeing this with Sophie Cunningham. What would happen then?
Well, I think it'd take a lot of them to gang up on me, but I'd love to play for the Fever. Now, my obvious first choice is here for the Minnesota Lynx, who I grew up watching play, and I think the coach and I see eye to eye on this issue. Obviously the Lynx is the first choice, but the Fever, I mean, who can deny Caitlin Clark and what she's done for the game? I think I'd be able to elevate the game to another level still. I think I could take the game and really put people in the stands, put people in the seats, increase the TV audience, and hopefully that would increase the dollars. More women, more trans women would get more money and more exposure. I think it's a win-win for the WNBA, honestly. I don't see why they would be against it. And I would be the number one pick for sure. Enos Kanter's a good player. And hopefully, I would really love to play on the same team with Enos, because you want to play with the best players. That gives you the best chance to win. But I actually do think I'm a little bit more versatile than Enos.
So do you believe that you could potentially field an entire team of transgender players in the WNBA based on their own rules. I don't see anything that would preclude this.
Well, they have a board of governors that make decisions, but I was thinking about an expansion team even. Because the WNBA has the chance to grow Caitlin Clark. Has shown that, and I know they just had a collective bargaining agreement, so it's probably a stretch, but special circumstances call for special measures. And an expansion team, my personal favorite name out there is the Decepticons. But if we were able to do an expansion team, I mean, I think I could probably get, 10 or so other trans women that would make it almost one of the best sporting events to watch on all of television, for sure.
What's your message to the WNBA? They seem to be in panic right now, attempting to perhaps change their rules into something that's transphobic, to ban, and I don't want to trigger you here, but male transitioning to female, to ban that from playing in the league. There seems to be emergency meeting that's going on right now. They're going to have to redefine their terms. They don't define what a woman is in any of their bargaining agreements. What's your message to the WNBA?
Well, my message is that they should be fair. They should be fair. I mean, they are a leading institution in the fight to create equality, equality and social justice to make people feel included. So they should be fair, and they should be careful in these moments. The decisions they make in these moments about sometimes identifying as black lesbian woman, transgender black lesbian woman, the choices they make in these moments will shape American culture, will shape American politics. It can't be overstated how important this moment is in the WNBA's history and in professional sports history, and maybe in our nation's history.
So what do you say to your potential teammates? Some of them might be uncomfortable with you in the WNBA. They'd say, well, there's a reason why there's a women's league after all. The W should stand for something. What would you say to them?
I tell them I'm a team first gal. And my basketball resume shows that. I led my team in all 5 major stat categories at Iowa State University, the great Iowa State University, go Cyclones. And I was heralded in the draft as being a guy who was a willing passer. I look for my teammates first. I look to get everybody involved, and that's exactly what I would be looking to do for any WNBA team that I would join. I try and do whatever is necessary for the team to win. I'm about the team winning. I'm a team gal. I'm a team gal, Benny.
So, what does this say? Largely more culturally, Royce. We're going to see a lot more of this. I don't see any women transitioning to men joining any male sports leagues. Why is that?
Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Say it again. You don't see any women transitioning to men?
Yeah. So why does it only go one way, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, that is interesting. You make a good point, but I want to be clear that I should be respected as a real woman. And so I would love the chance to play in the NBA again. I think I'm more than serviceable in that league too, and the 2 leagues don't cross over. So maybe I'll be the first trans player to play in the NBA. And I'd love to know what the NBA's policies are around transgender athletes as well. While we're at it, we should probably discuss it in both leagues.
You are running for Senate in Minnesota. Are you running as a woman for this seat? Are you running as?
I'm a pro-life, black, conservative, sometimes identifying as a transgender lesbian. Yes.
Okay.
Emphasis on the pro-life. I do think it's important. It's interesting. I've always run on the pro-life platform, and to all my other trans people out there and all my other trans adjacent activists on the left, I don't understand their affinity for abortion. I mean, we need more left-leaning people. We need more transgenders. And if we have this collapsing culture in the sanctity of life, then where will the transgenders come from?
there is a major population collapse, but people don't quite understand the data. The population collapse is on the left. In fact, right-wing families or families that identify as conservative, they have well above replacement level children, but it is the left that has actually collapsed through the center of the earth and is not procreating. So you bring up a really, really good point there. Thank you. Maybe use this platform as like a final, like a final opportunity to tell the WNBA in a like a clippable moment, like what you're going to bring to their league.
We are going to take the WNBA to the next level. I fully plan to declare for the draft officially in whatever formal legal means that happens. And I just want fair treatment. I want the WNBA to respect the glow up of my feminine era and let me participate as one of the first pro-life, and I do want to emphasize the pro-life because I am running for U.S. Senate here in the state of Minnesota, where primaries tomorrow, August 11th. Vote for myself, U.S. Senate, vote for the great Mike Lindell in the primary. But I want the WNBA to respect my glow up. I'm living in my feminine era, and I'm having a blast. And, real women, real black women deserve respect, and we deserve to be included in all spaces.
Well, you will fit in the WNBA in one regard. I think there's a lot of wigs being worn in that league. And so that should certainly not be anything that holds you back or holds you up. The brave and stunning Roycette White here, ladies and gentlemen. You can follow along 300.
Excuse me, Benny, it's Roysha. It's Roysha. Thank
you. Roysha, my apologies.
Thank you.
We're very big on preferred pronouns around here, and sorry about that. So Roysha White, Rashonda White is right here. You can follow along. 350,000 subscribers on Rashonda's X, and make sure they're fighting with the people who are fighting these stunning and brave battles for us. See ya, Roysha Landrea.
Got it.